the kids. Mark here once again. Before I even get started, I want to say thank you for all the likes and the views. They mean a tremendous amount. Welcome to Outpost Zimonja. This place is particularly depressing, and there's not much of anything to it. There's a big, tall antenna. And there's a small building with a workshop, and not much else to tell, but I'll take you down there so you can see what it started out as. It's so funny because I had to load a really old game to get here in its original state. Man, I got attacked 19 ways from Sunday. So this is what the initial building looked like. It's not much to show. I was always kind of flummoxed by this building because you can't get into it. I mean, the brick part. It's just a brick hulk. I guess it's there just to hold the antenna up. But other than that, there is a couch, a dead dog. There's a power station, which is no good anymore, and a bunch of rocks. There really isn't a whole lot to rave about here, but it's on the top of a nice hill. There's Nick struggling to get up the hill. It's right beneath the highway. Not that that means much of anything, but that's what the outpost looked like when I first laid eyes on it. And once I started doing settlements, well, let me show you what it turned into. Welcome to Outpost Zimonja. This was a real challenge because it was a challenge in one way because there wasn't much there, but by the same standpoint, there wasn't much there, which did kind of make it it made it more inviting to build around. Well, let's start with the main building. I got rid of, obviously, all the little wooden shacks and extra stuff hanging around this antenna tower. All the water purifiers are underneath this floor. The workshop is right around this corner right there. I put all my shops in here and did a little light motif just to make it something interesting. The thing I'm particularly proud of on this one is this, and I'm actually going to back up so you can see it. I really like the way this turned out. It almost looks like an airplane. As I've said in the other videos, the reason why the NPCs are acting so funky is that I've turned collision off, which means I can fly. So I can fly you around, and when you turn collision off, they get no traction, so they just sit there and walk in place. I used train doors to separate out these beds from out here, but I'll warn you, when you use train doors, NPCs can actually come and move the door. These doors were originally up. No, maybe they weren't. But they were actually. They moved, and then I moved the beds. They can move those doors. So you have to be careful where you put them. And I'll show you. I did it at the castle, and boy, was that a pain in the butt. So up here, we have sleeping area. Up here we have turrets and a beacon. Then down here, we have more sleeping areas. I have the crowd control computer. I have a little bar with a lounging area. I have a lot of crops here, relatively speaking, for the size of the settlement. And I think that might be it. This is not a big settlement. I haven't had any reason to do more than this. Let me just take a look real quick and see what the stats are. So 83%, which is not bad. I have 8 vacant beds. I'm guessing maybe I could add a little bit more water, but I really don't need to considering the people numbers. I wanted to go back up to this highway, but unfortunately, when you look at where this line is, the green is where the workshop ends, by the way, for those of you who don't know. It doesn't. I could probably get like 5 beds up there, but it wouldn't be worth all the work to do stairs and all that. Also, in a subsequent build of this, I added lights going all the way up the antenna, but I have to redo that because it didn't work out right and it looked kind of funky. I did light this Mirelurk head. In fact, you know what? Let me make it nighttime. There we go. So that's what it looks like lit up, and I'm pretty happy with it. Considering what it looked like when we started, it's not a bad improvement. So anyway, that is my Outpost Zimonja. I hope you enjoyed it. As I've said and will continue to say, I so appreciate your attention, and I'm glad that you enjoyed these. If you have any questions, please don't hesitate to put them in the comments. I'll answer whatever I can. And if you would, please like and subscribe, because it really does make a difference. And that's pretty much it. Thank you very much for watching, and see ya in the next one.